What are your thoughts on this, Leon?
I thought you meant in the league. I was going to say Jay actually does not have a win. It was a draw his last time out against Strictly Business. Um, in a very hard fought fight that, I think a lot of people thought Jay maybe should have gotten the nod in, but, a draw is a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And, Ben's coming off an incredibly tough fight of his own against Paps, taking Paps all 5 rounds, doing trying to do everything that he could to win that fight. Didn't end up his way, but now we get Jay versus Benjammy, and what should be an absolutely phenomenal fight.
Yeah, excuse me, as I was talking about, wins and losses. I was talking about just like, what was already recorded within the game, not the league.
Oh, I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
Unfortunately, I can't remember people's records and shit. Maybe one day, maybe one day. But so far, Jay coming out very aggressively, much like we saw with Cam in the last fight. But Jay doing a good job at cutting off the ring with the footwork and keeping punches in his man's face.
Yeah, Jay. I mean, this is just looking like typical Jay coming out here. Heavy pressure in the pocket. Man's not afraid to just throw some of the wildest combos you've ever seen. And Benjammy here is looking a little worried on the feet. He has the Islam pick. I know Islam's striking is comparable to Connor in the game, but Connor has just higher level moves and it allows him some better exchanges. So Ben should probably look to get this taken to the ground. As he did when the last fight against Paps. Even when he was a striker, tried to get it to the ground to implement his grappling. I
Mm-hmm.
think he needs to do that against Jay for sure in this fight.
You know what I do appreciate seeing though, Leon, is that I don't know if you just noticed what had just happened, but Jay has a very specific combo of throwing three straights, pausing, and then throwing the hook, or a jab hook, and it caught Benjamie earlier in the round, and he's already read it and started looking for avenues of countering it. So, this tells me that Benjamie has his eyes wide open. He's keeping composure and he's looking for opportunities. But with that said, Jay does not make it easy for him with the aggression.
Yeah, I mean Jay so far has been looking absolutely fantastic. Just landing beautiful combinations, going to the head of the body, landing that jab, just forcing Ben on the back foot this whole time. And
Mm-hmm.
if I'm Ben here, at this point I'm just I'm throwing up clinches. I'm maybe trying to land some takedowns when he's in your face like this because he can't let Connor walk him down like this. This is not a recipe that's going to end well for Benjamie. He has to start mixing things up. He has to start throwing a jab back himself, maybe,
Yeah.
and just give some respect because right now there's just no respect being given from Jay. He is just walking him down, throwing combinations, and just working the head health and the block health.
Now, some might argue, Leon, like how long is that going to last for? Because remember Jay does have Connor. He's not the best with stamina, and you can see the stamina gap between the two already. Um, with that said, is he gonna be able to rope a dope and eventually tire Jay out? Benjamie? Like, is he gonna be able to just keep absorbing strikes and avoiding really doing a whole lot and wait for Connor to tire out?
See, the only issue with that is that Jay is running low on stamina, but he's landing so many more strikes at the head health that it's going to not be too
Oof.
long until a single hook, even at almost no stam, is going to be rocking Benjamie. This isn't stamina because he's missing shots; it's just stamina that he's losing from just throwing so much that's landing.
Yeah.
So Ben has to mix it up. He needs to start forcing him to lose stamina in other
Oh my
avenues. He needs to start
goodness.
using more head movement. He needs to maybe start throwing more takedowns and try and maybe just force Connor to grapple and lose some of that stamina.
Man, Jay is also so good with his footwork. Any time that Ben tried to respond with a strike, he was just in and out of it. But Ben does eventually get the takedown, the first one, not only of the fight but of the second round. He's able to maintain top control, but loses side control, gets back into half guard. Is Jay going to be able to recover and get back to his feet? No, he's not.
Oh, and top mount with Islam against Connor is very dangerous. But Jay
Oh
sacrificing a
no!
lot. Oh,
Wow.
sacrificed a lot of stamina there to get back up, but it paid dividends because he ducked that head kick and landed a beautiful hook that did a ton of damage. That cut is wide open on Benjammy now. Benjammy needs to make something happen because he is down very far in this fight.
Oh, a tremendous uppercut lands for Jay, and he is looking to put his man out. No, actually, he backs up to reset.
And this is what I mean. I mean, you look at Jay's stamina, it does not look good, but the health on Benjammy is so low that it just doesn't matter. One hook, one uppercut just rocks him, just puts him on the back foot, and he can't capitalize on the low stamina.
Oh, God. Well, that's true, Leon.
And
Like,
Jay with
and
the clip.
I can see how well Jay is doing. He's definitely landing a tremendous amount of damage. He's making it extremely difficult for Ben to respond with any kind of attacks of his own. However, with that said, that stamina gap is only getting bigger, and Jay isn't really backing up to allow a doctor to come in. So it's as much as it's a one shot opportunity for Jay to put him out, it's kind of almost a one takedown opportunity for Ben, because it's gonna be a transition or two before he's gonna be able to not really defend a submission attempt. And
Yeah,
Connor's
but
submission stats aren't huge. Huge head kick lands for Benjamie there. Doesn't rock his opponent, but
ooh,
Jay gets the rock.
beautiful uppercut. And that jab is just forcing Ben to the back of the cage, not where he wants to be. And yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, Jedi. But I think Ben is not as comfortable on the ground as I think he really need to be for this fight. He definitely seems like Jay is, perfectly capable of getting back up off the ground. I think, getting the mount and then losing it really demoralized Ben, and now it just seems kind of like a waterfall effect. All these strikes are coming in, landing, and Ben just doesn't really have an answer for it. Ooh, but a beautiful uppercut.
I was going to say Ben is responding because Jay has absolutely no respect, and he's kept his hands down at the beginning of the round and left them there. But yeah, Jay just popped him right back in the mouth. And yeah, just like you said, Leon, that block has been toast. So just about anything Jay throws at it, it's going through.
Yeah, and right now Ben just needs to try and find some sort of respect. He's trying to get the fight to the ground, but he's making it a little too obvious right now. Jay knows that's where he wants to be, and is just way laced onto the block.
Yeah, Jay left himself open with being so tired like that, but still able to recover the stamina. He's still hurting Benjamie. Ben is not looking in good shape right now, Leon. He is bloodied up. He is getting popped. His block is gone. His head health is almost done. He can't get a takedown. What exactly is Ben going to be able to do to be able to get out of this round?
I mean, I think right now Ben just needs to, and he gets taken down. I think Ben just needs to try and just, I think at this point he just needs to try and find that counter shot. He needs to try and find that pull elbow, that slip uppercut. I think just as of now, everything else has just failed. So he needs to do something to just get a rock and then land those with that low stamina of Jay, maybe capitalize, find the flash knockout. But right now Jay's just looking absolutely phenomenal on the ground, winning this round easily.
God, I'm getting so disappointed. I admit, I would say maybe somebody in chat can tell me, but good Lord, Jay just knocks him down again, and he finishes the fight with a couple shots. Wow.
And just a phenomenal performance from Jay with Connor. I mean, Connor versus Islam is a very scary matchup because Islam, like I said, stat-wise, he's comparable to Connor on the feet, and then the grappling, there's no comparison. He's just phenomenally better, but Jay going out there and just getting it done.